Tradie Tuesdays, as we like to call it. Every Tuesday we talk trades and builders with industry mentor Miles Primrose from Business Site. Today we're looking at how to set up and structure your business using cloud-based software, the online business builder. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. Miles, great to see you.
It's fantastic to be here.
Yeah, you've had a great week, I hear.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a better day today. 30 degrees.
30 degrees. Sue Parker's just off to the beach, she was telling us. So good luck to her today out there as well. What are we talking about today?
So one of the things I've found working with trades over the last 17 years is that like a lot of small businesses, they don't have a plan, there's no framework. And they're stuck in what are they going to do today to get by, or possibly they might be looking at next week. And that's about as far as some of them go.
It's really hard, isn't it? It's a week to week. They're like freelancers, I suppose, never knowing when the next job is going to come.
Most of them are, yes. Now, one thing that I find is that there's a lot of guys talking about, their mate has put some structure in his business, or how do I get some structure in my business? And
what sort of structure are you talking about when it comes to trades?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's so many different forms. You've got the financial structure, the operational structure, and so on. What I'm talking about is the overall bigger picture. So I'm talking about we built a bit of software called the Online Business Builder, and it's divided into 3 segments. And the first part is it's about the founder. So they have to actually, we give them a login into the cloud, and it's all put into segments, so it's actually pretty easy to use.
And what's in there? So why would they use it?
So that first of all, when they set this up properly, as they're setting it up, they can actually start to see clarity of what their business will look like in its ideal form. That's the first thing. When they start to do that, then they can actually start to see, well, when would be the best time for me to put on another team member? Because they could start to see the steps for that. The other thing is, for the people that actually do share their business with their partner at home or their business partner, one could be out on a job site, one could be logging in, or they could be in different locations logging in, sharing their plan together. So there's no need for a hard copy document. Once you put all that into place, I mean, you don't want to have it as a weekly tool, but you do want to meet with your team once a month and actually check the plan.
And does it track your progress?
It actually does, but before you actually track your progress, it actually tracks how much time you're spending on there each week. So some people will come and do the workshop. You might have 10 people in there. The 10 people come back the next month, and we can actually see on the screen how many people have actually spent how much time logged in there actually working on it.
And that is the point, isn't it? Like, a lot of businesses will come up with delegation, they'll come up with, that's your job, can we start a Google Sheet, can we have this happening? And then the conversation ends as soon as you put the phone down and nothing actually happens. So how do you make sure that accountability actually does occur?
Well, one of the things I wanted to do is to make it fun as much as possible. And when you've got 10 or 12 people in a room and they come back once a month to actually work on the business, they're actually G'ing the other person up, because they can actually see, well, you only logged in there for 30 minutes last week. Look at me, I was in there for 4 hours last month.
Right.
So they motivate each other. That's one thing. And then you've got the home motivation from the wife. They can actually log in and say, we've paid for this workshop.
Are you kind of replacing the wife in a lot of families here, though?
Absolutely not.
In my family, my dad kind of goes to work, and the partner, of course, the job is to make sure that the invoices are paid and the business structure is, overall okay. So, what do you guys do instead of that?
If I go back to your first question and you say, look, what's in the Online Business Builder? The first part is about, we talk about the person who actually owns the business, and they have to write down where they started and where they are today. And then the next part is what we call their profile. And a lot of people, well, what is this? And I'm saying, you're writing down the profile of you as you being an ideal tradesperson from now into the future. And then we actually, so they're writing a story that they've got to hold themselves accountable against moving forward.
Absolutely. So you break it down into 3 segments: the designer, the broad view, and the 12-month plan, right?
Absolutely.
So essentially the minute, who are we, what do we want to be, where do we want to be in 3 months' time, and then where do we need to be in 12 months' time?
Absolutely.
Right.
And we've all got to have a big picture of where we want to end up.
Yeah. Even if it just is that hairy, audacious goal that perhaps you can't get to, because as you know, in business these days, 3 months can be an eternity. It's kind of no longer the 5-year plan, not even the 1-year plan in a lot of ways. It's just getting through the next 3 months for a lot of people.
Absolutely, and look, that's why we have that 12-month model there, because We can dream about or have a bit of clarity about what we want long term, but really we've got to reassess our business every 12 months and actually make the necessary changes to get to the next level.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Miles, appreciate your time today.
Thank you.